Hello, hello, hello. It is Aliatan and I am back to play some Sims. Okay, so this is round two of trying to record this because I was recording this earlier and I got a little bit emotional and I needed to stop for a second, and then I went to try and see if that footage was good and I realized that I didn't actually record the sound properly, which is really great. So I guess we're starting over. But this is a build I put up earlier this week up on the gallery. It's the Brownstone family home, and I'm going to be using it for my power couple scenario that I'm going to be starting later this week. I'm going to be recording the cast video for that soon, and we're going to be meeting our power couple, and we're going to see how that scenario goes. I was saying that I kind of my degree has like a bit of business, so I kind of like think about, well, what would have happened if I would have ended up with a business person? I don't know, because that didn't happen. So it's like, what would have happened if something, I don't know, was different, right? So I mean, why not see how it goes with this power couple scenario? I actually am not 100% sure what kind of Sims I'm going to make yet, so it should be interesting. Anyways, we are here in the Oasis Springs area. We're actually in the roomies a lot. So the roomies are going to be living here because this is in my build save, and there's not enough room for all of them, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Actually, the second floor of this is it's an extra bonus space, but you could easily make it into a third bedroom. But yeah, basically, I wanted to make this sort of rustic looking place more. I use brownstone, hence why it's called Brownstone. But I also kind of wanted to try and play a little bit more with the window types. I use quite a few different types of windows. I also made like a bit of a half wall instead of a fence. I wanted to try things out. But originally, the front here was like a garage, and we don't have cars in The Sims 4, as we know, but there are debug cars, so I am still gonna have a debug car in the garage, or in the driveway. But our garage is actually gonna be our master suite instead. So you have to do what you have to do in The Sims 4. So, anyways. Like I was saying, I did want it to be a bungalow, but I did end up making a little bit of a second floor bonus space, because I thought, it's always good to just have that little extra spot up at the top, and it does still look like a fairly like low to the ground sort of house, which was the vibe I was kind of going for. So getting this all set up with the roofing though, is such a pain in the butt. Roofing in Sims 4 is very hard for me. I have to experiment a lot and hope it goes well, and it's not really ideal to do that, but you do what you have to do, I guess. But I mean, I liked the fact that I was using different types of windows, like I said, quite a few different styles. I wanted to just, kind of not be symmetrical as well. I'm very into symmetry, so I usually try to make my windows match. This time I kind of went off script a little bit, but it is a little bit different, so I'm happy about that. The inside though is very modern. It's like very typical Aliatana build, I guess you can say. I wanted to make sure that there's a powder room in the front foyer area. I just think it's very like, it makes sense in like a normal design standpoint. Like if someone comes into your house to like hang out or something, and you're just like, hey, can you just like drop in for a second? And they're like, yeah, I just need to go to the bathroom or something. And you're like, oh, here's a powder room. It just makes sense to me, but we are trying here though to see how much space I can actually make. So I made the second bedroom in the back there, and then I made a bathroom just like right beside it, basically kitty corner. And I kind of made my floor plan kind of around that. I know it's kind of weird and not what people usually do, but I don't even normally do this. I kind of just worked around it. I don't know if I would like recommend this. It was kind of stressful, to be honest. I would much rather just like know what I was doing beforehand, but sometimes you just wing it. I wasn't having, the most fantastic few days there, so building this I was kind of just winging it very much. So, thinking about it now, it doesn't really make sense for the master suite to be right beside the kitchen area, especially if like one of the Sims in the couple is going to be sleeping and the other one's going to be like hanging out or doing something in the kitchen, making noise. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. It's okay. The Sims don't care. It's only in real life where that would make a difference. Anyway, so I wanted to put the living room sort of in that space. I ended up closing out the kitchen, but I used these big snowy escape windows because I wanted to try and like, change it up, I said, with the windows and make it more, open in that kitchen area. I started off with the snowy escape counters, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I think I need to have a eat-in kitchen because I don't think we're going to fit a dining room. I thought here maybe I could, but then I realized that was not going to happen. So I switched over and I ended up deciding to use the island living counters because they have that waterfall look and I really like that. And then I was able to put my giant table, the glass table from City Living. Actually, it's not, it's base game, but the City Living chairs. And made that into like a little like dining table in the middle of the island. So sort of some new stuff I've been trying to play with and make it a little bit different. But it's, we'll see how it works when I actually try to use it with the Sim. When I play tested it worked, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it in, the end of the scenario because I don't want them to move. They're going to probably stay here. So it's going to be a little bit crazy, but anyway. So the kitchen area, like I said, is pretty sophisticated. I've made it like a blue-green sort of look. And I wanted to try and use the Parenthood. What is it actually? Is it like a wallpaper? I guess it's wallpaper, but like it's like paneling at the bottom, so I don't really know. But I think you'd consider it wallpaper. And then that's the area where I was thinking the living room could sort of hang out. You can have like the Dream Home Decorator couch easily with the lounger. I really love this color. I wanted to have a little pop of color in their place. And then I ended up making a laundry room as well because I figured, you know what, we should probably get laundry. Even though the laundry breaks most of the time and I have to replace the machines like all the time, it is what it is. And then throughout the whole house, I basically used the small little pot lights, but I also wanted to use some chandeliers. So you'll see I have the fitness stuff chandelier fixture thing in the kitchen, and then this other one I think is just base game in the middle, or cats and dogs, or no, get to work. Get to work, I think. Anyways, upstairs we go. It's really hard getting the matching woods when it's like you don't have the lighting, so had to get that lighting in there. And then I was like, you know what, let's do a background wall here in the living room, make it a statement wall, and did brick. Haven't done that in a very long time, and I did like the look, especially with the Dream Home Decorator couch. And then finding a carpet that sort of worked with this space. This one is actually cats and dogs. I liked that it's a little wider. It ended up working out better for having like a little side table and stuff. And then I made a little nook there for an office space. We are going to have 2 Sims working in the business career, which means they are going to be probably using the computer quite a bit. So I wanted to make sure that they all had what they needed. So there we go. I kind of used the more gray for the hallway, making it more neutral. But I really do like that snowy escape bookshelf as well. It works well with the Dream Home Decorator stuff. So highly recommend. And then I've kind of gone through like a phase of like not really liking having the crown molding on my paint. It just doesn't work well with like the doors. It doesn't fit. I don't know why. So I just kind of don't worry about it. But And then the the living room here, Bloomy Rooms kit, I wanted to add a little bit of green, make it livable. And trying to find a mirror for this space was just very difficult. There's not a lot of good mirror options, in my opinion, in this game. I would love more mirrors, especially one like statement mirrors for spots like this. But, have to make it work. It's just kind of extra decoration clutter, right? Like, it's hard to focus on it from the Sims team perspective, I guess, but, details do matter. Anyway. So, we then have this area here with the kitchen. I ended up making it closed off, like I said. Excuse me. And just adding some extra clutter around the whole space and stuff. I didn't put too much clutter on the island or anything. I might add some stuff, but fighting with this freaking curtain was just, ugh. Sometimes I wonder with this game. So, in terms of laundry, I decided I wanted to go and have a very blue theme. So I'm using the Parenthood counters, and then obviously the laundry surfaces, shelves, I guess you could say it's called. But always, wanted it to be a bigger space, because there's always, it looks a lot better when you can like have a 3x3 at least for the laundry room. Gives them a little bit more space to walk around. Then upstairs, like I mentioned, it's like a third floor kind of bonus space. You can see sometimes there's a glitch that happens that if you close it off, the roof comes in. So I didn't close the entire staircase, but don't worry, you can get up there. I did play test it. But yeah, upstairs here, it's a very straightforward bathroom. I don't have a bathtub up here. You don't need one in every room. I mean, I need a bathtub in every bathroom, but like not these Sims, So this is just like an extra spot. So if you want to, you can make that space outside into a bedroom. Right now it's just an extra bonus space with like sort of like a living room, but easily could be converted. So yeah, I mean, if you want the roomies to live here, they can definitely live here. I mean, maybe you can like just put Jay upstairs on his own, Anyway, I mean, some of them are bound to get together, right? You really only need 3 bedrooms. I've never actually played like with the roomies as like townies. I have a townie save where I sometimes do that, so maybe look at it on my list. Maybe. Anyways, so trying to get into this bathroom area. I really like that tile, the base game. I say this all the time, but I wish that we had more swatches that were like more neutral. So yeah, that's great. And I love this accent wallpaper that comes with Dream Home Decorator. That was a really good build buy pack in my opinion. We got a lot of stuff. The only problem was the career's kind of messed up. So yeah, you have a lounger up here, so you can nap. You can sleep up here. So yeah, someone could totally sleep up here in the roomy bedroom situation. It's fine. They don't need each a bedroom. They can just deal with it. So yeah, I mean, setting this outside area up was pretty easy. I just wanted it to be more like an entertainment space. We have the regular couches. Actually, these were from Paranormal, and I also used the Nifty Knitting chair. They actually go together pretty well, in my opinion. So, they have matching pillows and stuff. And then I love that table. I've never used it from Blooming Room Kit, so I wanted to give it a try and see. But yeah, I mean, this bonus space upstairs for these Sims also, I wanted them to each have like something that they do here. So one thing I put the, paint, but then I also wanted to put the candle making. So one of the Sims is going to be candles, and then the other Sim is going to be into knitting. So that's what this space up here is they can hang out and do their hobbies that I request of them. So downstairs we'll get down into the powder room area. So I wanted a very green theme down here just because there is that green tile that's base game. That's one of the swatches I was talking about. That's not neutral. So I was like, might as well use it because it's green, right? And the yellow. So, I mean, did that, and I think it looks pretty decent for the powder room. Works out. And then, yeah, trying to figure out the inside foyer area. I think I ended up going with a gray in the end. It just made more sense, and it kind of matched with everything already. And then we could kind of fill in the space. I love those eco lifestyle curtains, I really wanted them to match, so I put a third window. So that's where I was saying, like, asymmetry was my game in this one for some reason, but here we are. And I love that chair that has the blue accent. It kind of matches the curtain, so it works out. And yeah, I did put a lot of blooming room stuff. Yeah. Everyone should have seen that coming, that's for sure. So don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. And then this corner, I like it because I have a little spot you can put your coat, and then you can put your shoes down using the Dream Home Decorator shelf. Putting clutter down as well, trying to make the space look more lived in. I also have, this mirror. I ended up going with the Get Famous one there. It just kind of worked with that area. I don't know. And then there's like this little nook back here. I could have put another office space there, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it a chess spot. So you can go and like learn chess in the corner over there. And then there's going to be another, study sort of area. But now I want to talk about something that's really, really important to me. So the crisis that is happening in Ukraine. As a lot of you probably know, Russia has invaded a sovereign nation, and there is absolutely no reason for this. And there are innocent people being put in the middle, and it is absolutely atrocious. My grandmother would be so disgusted to see that people are fleeing their homes again like she had to do. It's just horrible. So for me, as a Ukrainian Canadian, we are so connected. Canada has the largest population of Ukrainians outside of Ukraine, and for me, I was very connected in the culture using Ukrainian dance. My parents got me involved in the community that way, and I had the opportunity to travel and perform, and it's something that I will always cherish. And for me, it's just heartbreaking to see the Ukrainian people go through this. So please keep them in your prayers. I'm going to be linking a couple of organizations in the description, including Red Cross Canada, as well as the UN Refugees. They're doing work to help displaced Ukrainians who have been displaced because of this crisis. So please, if you can donate, thank you so much. I know that all Ukrainians around the world will appreciate support and love, and we hope that the conflict can be ending very, very soon. Okay. I had a lot more composure there, so I'm thankful for that. I mean, sometimes I need to do a run through to get myself through. Anyways, so coming back into this into this build, I did end up using Debug to do all the landscaping. I didn't want to, do any sort of extra cost for no reason. Oh, before I move on, the Ukrainian CC flag, I will also link it below. It's by House of Nando, so feel free to download it. But I will link that there too. And here we are. I really love these low-laying flowers that come in the Debug, and they come in all these different colors as well. You can change the leaf color a little bit, and it depends on which packs they are, but they do look a little bit different, so it does give a little bit of texture. I also used a ton of these base game like vines, literally to go around my entire property, hiding the wall that I created. I mean, why else would you have a wall other than to just cover it up? I mean, it's just my typical behavior when I landscape. I just go over. I either go way overboard or I don't do anything close to enough. There's no in between. Like I just like can't be a normal landscaper in this game. It's just always ridiculous. So, anyways, but we have a lot of other debug items that I ended up putting down. I put the pool in this. I was like, they deserve it. It is kind of hot in Oasis Springs. They deserve to be able to cool down. But also, I was like, oh, maybe I can murder some Sims in there. But then I was thinking, I'm like, wait, can't they just like get out of there without the ladder now? So like, what's the point? But anyway, it is what it is. The Sims are, they're going to be spared. The roomies are spared. Let's just say that. And then, yeah, I did actually make a section that was like very landscapey. I put a fountain, I put so many flowers. Really wanted to make it, pop around. It's kind of hard when you have like a stone because it's a very like hard edge, right? But I ended up putting a fountain there in the middle and making it sort of that modern decorative kind of vibe. But I think it works. I think it works for the yard. Um, I hope that they appreciate it. And then yeah, I picked up some debug cars as well. You saw them go down in the driveway, so that's exciting. And a lot of my landscaping woes come from just like trying to place things so that they don't look stupid. So like trying to make it so that it doesn't glitch through the other fence is very annoying and difficult. So that takes a very long time for me to do in the landscaping. So, most of this piece of this video is just like very meticulous. It took a very long time, and like I didn't want to cut it all out because like I took a lot of time, so I want you guys to see what I did. But yeah, this build ended up taking me a couple of days actually. I ended up coming back to it because I just was kind of overwhelmed and I just didn't want to I just needed to sleep. I just, sometimes you just have the exhaustion and you need to deal with it that way. So I didn't play for a few days and stuff. So when I finally finished it though, I was very excited because then I could add like the Nintendo CC flag and everything. So there were some pieces that I wanted to wait for anyways. So I'm happy that I was able to. But I also used those spiky kind of plants that are from Oasis Springs. I don't really know if it like works very well, but whatever. I tried my best. The landscaping in this place is just a lot. It's very overwhelming. I'm just happy that it ends up working. Oh, I love how I placed that debug car just like not in the driveway. It's just like in front of the house. There we go. Like, what are you doing? Okay. I do really like that, though. I hope that my all my paint stays. I don't know if anybody else has been having this problem recently, but my terrain paint, if I put terrain paint down and then I like place the house down somewhere, the lot down somewhere, the terrain paint's gone. And it's like, wait, what? Why is this happening? So if you've been having this problem, please let me know because I am curious. Because I have been, and it's been very annoying. So I'm wondering if I should report it as a bug, And yeah, so this side porch area is really fun. I made the outdoor dining space very, open and entertaining space is key for the roomies. In case, Jay lives here. What do you expect? But anyways, we have really cute stuff. I actually ended up taking out the light, I think, because if you put down food, it wouldn't actually work. There was no space for food, so. This section of the landscaping, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to really do back here because it's a very awkward space. So I was very nitpicky and was kind of like not wanting to deal with it. So I just put the flowers down everywhere and then made some bushes and hope for the best. And yeah, those trees were interesting because they were kind of big, but sizing them down actually didn't make them look too bad in that spot. So put a couple of bushes, make sure they don't glitch into the bedroom because that is important. But really, landscaping with debug is such a joy. There's actually a lot more options for you, right? Because like I said, in the past with the leaves, you have different color leaves, you have different color flower combinations. It all works out pretty well. And then yeah, I use that blooming room sort of vibe over there. There's just like if you want to get out there and jump, I guess, if you feel like it. It's a little decorated. But really there's not much else to do in that back corner, so. Trying to finish up the rest of this house though. I made this front sort of foyer between the master suite and the rest of the house into like a mini sort of piano room. There's like a little keyboard with like the lounger and some, bookshelves just in case you do want to read something. But really just a chill sort of atmosphere for a walkthrough kind of room, right? Somewhere where it's kind of like an in-between foyer type of room. And it leads into the master suite. So, you want to have a little bit of something decorated in there. Now here's the master suite. We're in here with lots of blue. We love blue. I really do love this accent wallpaper as well. I use it in a lot of my builds with blue rooms. Using the blue curtains though was new. The eco lifestyle ones with that black sort of what are they even called? Like rod? Yeah, I guess it's like a curtain rod. Yes. I should know these things. But, finding a little table there that works for that space, that eco lifestyle one ended up being good, but I do kind of wish we had smaller ones. I ended up putting the vanity in because I haven't actually used a vanity much in any of my builds since I've gotten vintage glamour stuff, but I figured this would be a good time to try. I'm not sure what I get from it. I think they're just like sort of mirror interactions, but we shall see. And then of course the Jungle Adventure mirror. I love this one, the full length one that's up against the wall. Looks so good. Such a huge fan. And it's kind of interesting. This master suite has a little bit of its own kind of entryway, but we make it work. So this back area, I ended up making it into another sort of office space. Because like I said, we have 2 Sims working in the business career, so they're going to have computers available to do some work. And they work at the same time, same hours, considering as long as they, end up doing well. But they are competing against each other, so this should be very interesting. I am actually very excited for this scenario. I'm happy that it's permanent as well. It's nice to hear the Sims team is listening to us. We want there to be some that we don't have to just have a certain amount of time to start them, Sometimes you just don't have the time. And right now I have the time to start the power couple one, so I'm going to. That's how it works. Alright, and then I use this super cute little dog thing. I don't know if I'm going to get this power couple a pet. I haven't decided. I feel like I probably will end up getting them a pet, but should I? Probably not. It'll add a level of complexity for sure. I don't know if I would, and if we get a cat or a dog. I mean, a dog would definitely be more work, so I don't know. That's going to be a difficult decision, but I mean, I might do it anyways because of who I am as a person. Alright, so this second bedroom in the back here, like I said, I wanted to use the Snowy Escape bed. I really like this one. Really like the white sheets as well, very neutral. But this room sort of has very chill vibes, I guess you could say. I love these little ottoman poof things that come with Snowy Escape as well. You can put them at the end of the bed as like a little seating area. And then I ended up making a little walk-in closet sort of space with the Dream Home Decorator stuff. Obviously always works very well. Look at all that clutter. I wish that we had some more swatches of the shirts that are folded. Because those are some good clutter items, I will say this, finding a carpet to match these spaces is always very difficult, especially when you aren't sure about patterns. I thought that, it would look good with more patterns, but I think it was better without, so I don't know. Design choices are difficult sometimes, so for things like that, because, it could go either way, but we do also have an extra desk in here, so if they need to study or do homework or anything. I'm trying to avoid making houses with more than 2 bedrooms, especially for this power couple. I find that if I make a house with a lot of bedrooms, I want to fill it. So I'm like, oh my god, let's have some babies. But for these Sims, I kind of want them to not, if possible. I'm going to have Risky Woohoo on, but that's going to be the only thing that could potentially... I mean, maybe they'll adopt. I don't know. But for right now though, I want them to really focus on the careers. That's the point. It's the point of all this. So trying to set myself up for success, but realistically I'm going to make this a hot mess chaos situation, and we're going to end up all crying at the end. Realistically. Because that's how it ends up being. I'm always like, oh, babies, and then I'm like, no, why did I do this to myself? But yeah, we try to do what we can. And I was trying to actually, in the bathrooms, put some more mats down, like rugs. I find that we do this in real life, obviously, and it would really bother me if I couldn't do that. So figured, hey, why not? But this front area in the master ensuite, I love a nice, huge walk-in shower. I made it big this time, too. Definitely no holding back. And I used the base game mirrors here. They are really nice, those big dark mirrors. They have a lot of good swatches as well. So, and although I was very tempted to use the Get Together tile, it was better in the end to use the really dark swatch from Spade. It worked a lot better with the situation, I think. But this bathroom is really, you know, spacious. There's a bathtub, there's the shower, lots of options here for you. There's also a little seating area, because I was thinking, hey, you know, we should probably have a space to, you know, hang out and sit. The other thing I probably should have put there is a laundry basket. Don't worry about it, though. I ended up putting it in the master ensuite bedroom. Although you don't see it, I do it later, because I forgot about it. Also, here is more saga of me fighting with curtains. Never will be the same. All right, so I think we're almost done here, just putting some finishing touches on the master ensuite, and then we're gonna jump into a tour. So this tour is gonna be a little bit chaotic and fragmented because I realized that the ceiling looked really bad and I had to fix it. So some pieces of the tour will have the broken ceiling and some will not. I also added some seating in this front porch area, as you can see. I thought it was good to have that. But yeah, here's the front of the house. We have our flags. We're coming on in. So the front foyer, as you can see, this is the fixed version. But we have a nice space here for all of our shoes. Can sit down. There's a little decorative item in here. And then we're gonna go into the powder room. This is broken ceiling. Don't worry, we fixed it. But this is what the powder room looks like. Oh, see, there's the broken ceiling. But you see, it looks better now. You saw it already, so anyway. So yeah, you have this back sort of hallway area. There's the back door to the porch. And then you come over into the first, so there's the second bedroom really, here in the back. I did, as you know, fix the ceiling. I'm going to keep repeating that because it looks so bad, but I just want to make sure you know that I did fix it before I uploaded. Everything got fixed before uploading. Don't you worry, I swear. Anyways, back out to the outside of the house for the rest of this tour. So I wanted to show this outside area because obviously I spent quite a lot on landscaping, even though it looks very bad right now because it's springtime and nothing is growing because it's all dead from the winter. So, or no, sorry, it's fall. So yeah, everything's dead. But this is the porch, the side porch. Always a fan of that wood swatch base game. But you have a barbecue and I have a little sink and garbage area outside too. So there is an outdoor garbage as well there. So yeah, this back room door, this is what it looks like when you come in. There's a little seating area and then you have, you know, the extra office space. Just a few little kitschy items and clutter items around. You didn't see the laundry room in this view, but you saw it when I was building it, so yeah. This is the living room. I'm really a fan of the combination of the yellow curtain, gray curtain with the red. And then we have the kitchen area. So happy about this eat-in kitchen. The glass table, obsessed with it. The way it's in the floating island, love it. I'm gonna put a lot more clutter items in, I think, just to fill in the space for my Sims. But here is the little piano room space I mentioned in front of the master suite. And here is the master suite. So it's blue, very nice and cozy. Um, I really like that corner dresser that I put in. And then the master ensuite. So you have your huge shower with the glass window you see through. Love it. I really want to put benches though in my showers. I think that's what I'm going to start doing now, because maybe you need to be able to sit down. You definitely need to be able to sit down to shave your legs. That's for sure. Sims don't, but regular people do. Anyways, so we'll move out into the back into the bedroom area. And then we're going to go through to the front of the house again, so you can see sort of how we did a full circle here. Here we're back in the foyer, and you can actually see the chandelier now. So yeah, that is basically the place. Oh, sorry, wait. I have to go upstairs. What am I saying? So we have our little chest nook there in the corner, and then we go upstairs. So upstairs here is our extra sort of bonus space. It can become a bedroom. You can sleep in that lounger chair, that's for sure. But yeah, you can definitely make this a bedroom upstairs if you want to. You can put a pull-out right there. But yeah, right now for my power couple Sims, they're going to be using this as their like extra space to do their candle making and their knitting. So their hobby room. And here's the upstairs bathroom. So always good to have another bathroom or shower, especially when your Sims are going to be getting ready at the same time to go to work at the same time for the exact same shift because they work the same job. Yeah, so the power couple scenario, as you know, they both start off in the business career, and we see who gets to CEO first. So should be a very interesting scenario to play with. But thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, you can check out the links below for places that you can donate to help Ukraine. There's also the link to the CC Ukrainian flag by House of Nando if you're interested. And with that, thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.